Good day and welcome to Chess Corner. In today's game, we still have a game from Superbet, a Rapid and Blitz in Poland 2024. This is actually from round 2 in Rapid section. We're gonna look into a game between Grandmaster Kirill Shevchenko against Grandmaster Pragg. Both youngsters, and they are actually both prodigies at this time. They're very strong players. Well, let's get right into it and let's see what happened to their game. So we have d4 by Kirill and now knight f6. We have c4, e6, knight f3, and then bishop to b4. So this is like an MC onion opening that we have. And in this position, you have several options. You can go bishop d2, knight c3, or knight b d2. So here we have knight b d2, and now we have castle. We have a3. So here in this position, you have several options as black. You can basically capture, you can retreat the bishop, but not going to a5 because b4 and then c5, you're gonna trap the bishop. So here Pragg decided to capture the knight, so we have recapture on d2, and now d6, g3, and now queen to e7. We have bishop g2 and now e5. We have castle king side and now bishop to g4, which is actually a blunder, but at first glance, if you're gonna take a look, it looks like just a normal move. Developing a piece, pinning the knight. But there's actually a good move here for white, which is an excellent move. We have knight takes e5, sacrificing a knight. But if you're gonna take a look, this bishop on g2 is actually hitting the b7 square, and then the rook on e8. So of course you need to capture, but here there's another excellent move found by Kirill. We have bishop to b4, so hitting the rook and the queen, but still the threat for bishop b7 still on the board. So here we have c5 by Pragg, which is actually a good move. The idea behind c5 is at least the queen is actually protecting the b7 square now. So we have bishop takes c5 and now queen c7. Bishop takes f8 is played, king takes f8, and then capture on e5. And right now, queen can't capture because of queen d8 or bishop b7. So here we have knight to e8 only, and now f4. And if we're gonna evaluate the position, right now, let's see. When it comes to material, white has two rooks and a bishop. Wherein for black he has one rook and three minor pieces. So basically, if we're gonna evaluate, this is actually better for white when it comes to material because there are several pawns still. It's still 8 pawns that we have for white. So here we have knight c6 and now queen c2. G6 was played. Probably the idea is to go bishop f5, but still there's always like an e4 move here. So we have rook d1 and now check on b6. c5 was played and now queen to b5. We have rook d2, just simply defending this e2 pawn. So we have knight to g7. Probably the knight would like to go here on f5, and then e3. But of course, we have e4, not allowing the f5 move by the knight. So we have knight e6 rather, and now b4. We have knight to d4, threatening to capture the queen, so queen b2 was played. And now rook d8. Now h3, trying to remove the bishop on that position. So here we have bishop e2 only, and now rook f2. Well, the suggestion is to go rook e1. Still, attacking this rook at the same time. But still, we have rook f2, and now bishop to d3, which is as for computer evaluation, it would be best to go to c4. You're gonna remove your bishop for a potential attack or threat. But anyway, bishop d3 was played, and now king to h2. After king h2, we have a5 and now a4. Well, in this position, if you're gonna capture, then there will be like b5 move, in this position, and if you're gonna capture, rook takes d3 is also playable. So anyway, we have queen c4 and now capture, and now queen to b3. We have queen c1, bishop to a6 by Pragg, and now queen to e1. Let's go back. In this position, the suggestion is to go rook takes d4. But let's see. Rook takes d4. This is actually the suggestion. After rook takes d4, you can actually capture it with the knight or with the rook in this position. So let's see. Knight takes d4. It looks like this is the best move here. After knight takes d4, f5 is actually a suggestion. But I don't think Pragg will go into this because or Kirill will go into this because you're just giving again like a piece back and it's pretty equal in this position as per computer evaluation. But let's go back in this position after queen c1. We have bishop a6 and now queen e1. Queen takes a4 was played and now queen to e3. After queen e3, we have queen b3 still challenging the queen. So we have queen takes b3 now and then knight takes b3. We have rook d5, so a good move again. If you're going to capture, rook takes d5, you're helping white to basically improve the position of the pawn structure and, sooner or later he will create like a pass pawn. So here we have knight takes a5 only and now bishop to f1. We have capture on f1 and now rook takes f1. After rook takes f1, we have king to e8. Now rook d1. So we have rook c8 only, not allowing an exchange. So we have rook d7 now, attacking the f7 as well as this b7 square. And right now the rook is actually on the 7th rank. So after knight to b8, we have this excellent move, which is e6. If you're gonna capture, then I will capture with a pawn, winning a piece again. And of course, we have knight to a6 only, but after knight e6, we have rook takes f7. And right now, white is completely winning, but let's continue. So we have rook takes c5. After rook c5, we have f5. Now creating a pass pawns here. After f5, we have capture and then recapture. So right now, these two pawns are very strong. The rooks is actually on the 7th rank. You only need to improve the position of the other rooks here. So here we have knight c6, and now we have this f6 move. We have rook to e5, so threatening to capture this pawn. But now we have rook takes h7 by Kirill, and now rook takes e6. But now we have this check on f7, and now king f8. After king f8, we have rook to f1 only. And this is actually the part wherein Pragg actually resigned. It is because you won't be able to stop the rook h8, and the next move would be a queen. Well, that's our game for today. I hope you like it. Please consider subscribing, and thank you for watching Chess Corner. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye now.